Alrighty, guys. It's 3:30. Time to wrap it up this Friday the 13th. And crap, it looks like we're getting more weakness. I've been waiting for them to snap back from this. I looked at this and going into the 2 o'clock hour, that little run down here right at 2. It started retracing. I was thinking that this could be the beginning of a little snapback rally, but no luck on that one. Yeah, it's weak, and it looks to me like we're probably going to get weakness into the close. You know what it feels like. That was a shot, I think, for them to be able to retrace this. Oh, we're gonna be best case we stall right here and end up closing around about this area. Worst case, we probably see another leg lower here going into the close. So that's where we are. Not good, not great, but that's what we got to work with. And oil is up to like 97, 98 bucks a barrel. It's all about that Strait of Hormuz. It's a freak out mode. It's yeah, and I understand the concern, the uncertainty, all that stuff. But the market is just it's such an overreaction to everything. It's like what if, and then they can come up with the worst possible scenarios and then react. So I would just start off range band right now. Watch this area carefully. That 6670 area on the ES 6670 is going to be 6670. Yeah, so it's going to be down 670. Yeah, it's way down here. So that's watch this level here. That's that ledge, a reverse ledge at 6666. If they can scratch up above that, we may have a shot at least starting off more range band going into the overnight. But as long as they stay below that 6670s, we are staying on the short side. Looking to sell strength. Even if we close above it, we'll still be looking at selling strength going into the overnight. Um, I would say we have the key area here at the 6760s. We are way away from that now. We're down here into territory which is not great at all. So you see this is an area they have to hold. Looks to me like they're going to try to take it out. That's what it feels like. It looks like the market is going to be risk off going into the weekend, and just that's how to brace for it. So no trades more than I took this morning. I only took one trade today, and that was on the way down here on the ES. Uh, that was early on here when they were heading lower, and that's after they start taking out the initial balance low and its key support area. On that pullback, I tried to get short. They're fairly aggressive, had to repair it once. It got out early on that one because it was kind of stalling on me, and it was moving pretty good here. You can see here, I mean, if you build patience, I mean, patience with a bigger stop, you could have probably got something more out of that. But I don't try to trade like that when it's this volatile because you get these rotations back and forth and they can knock you out and have a nice win in trading, find yourself giving everything back. So and I got a nice $60 out of that trade, a little baby trade there, 2 contracts, and that was it. So starting off range bound, going into the overnight, leaning towards the short side. If they can close above that 6670s, I need to start more range bound. But below that one, just stay on the short side. Watch oil. It's going to be an interesting oil opening come Sunday, depending on what happens in the Strait of Hormuz and if there's any progress in the situation. Um, Nasdaq, same story there. They're also down at the key support area. Doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of lift going into the close. So we are down here at the lower end of the range. If they start blowing through this 60s, we have one more level at 320s, these three levels. If that comes out, we stay on the short side. If they can get up above this area, the 500s, going into the close, the 24 500s, starting off a little bit more range bound, going into the overnight. But at this point, the way it looks, starting from the short side. And we could get a little bargain hunt rally right into the last part of the day, trading day, but I doubt it. At this point, it feels like this very much risk off and stay on the short side. So no trades on the Nasdaq, just that one trade on the ES up $60 for the day, and that's it. On the bond side of things, the bond market to the downside, the yields higher, bond market lower. They're down here, heading down to the 113th. So we had a little bit of strength to get short against. That's kind of the analysis this morning. We started off with a short bias. We're going to sell strength. Didn't set up correctly or well enough for me to want to get short up here. And it was a little bit too sloppy, but it would have been a nice trade. When they started finding support there at the 20s, not much. I mean, if you got long down here against these lower areas, You've been drifting up like 3 ticks, 4 ticks, and not much to work with. But because when it moves like this, I wouldn't expect big rotations back. And they reprice it to the downside, yields comes up, and that's kind of where they ended. So no trades on the bonds today. Staying on the short side on the bonds going into overnight. Looking to sell strength. Rotations back down again. So that's the bonds. Staying on the short side on that. Back to the ES and the Nasdaq. And as we said this morning, I mean the analysis from this morning was look to sell early strength for rotations back down, and it worked. Definitely worked on both the ESN and Nasdaq. It's kind of sloppy on both of them, and on the way down, it's a little bit volatile. But a few nice runs, definitely tradable if you are kind of paying attention. So I mean, like you can see on the Nasdaq, nice runs, but it is volatile, and you had these fake outs going in halfway through the day when it tried to take it higher, totally faked you out for the next leg lower. And so once you have that second leg here, now you're staying on the short side, trying to get short on this move down here. And rotation up to tab it, that was one opportunity. You had to be quick on that one because you pretty much step in front of it and prepare to repair if you want to get on the trade like that. Either that or just stay out of it. I tried that short trade I did on the ES was on the way down, and that was pretty much just that. It says try to get short. ES was better because it's a day like this. The ES is maybe a little bit better because it's not as crazy volatile, even if it gives you a little bit less rotation. But it also keeps it possible for you to trade it. Now this one here, I got in at 83. I had to repair it at 89. So at 5 point, I had to repair it, and I had my trade at 5 points higher, or maybe 9 points higher than that. So, or sorry, 5 points higher. So I had it outside that rotation. But as I said, I got out early on that one, and it's just kind of had to trade what you see at the time. And when it is volatile like this, you have a little bit going for you, and it's if you have great trade location and patience, fine. If it's volatile and whippy like this, they tend to get you out. So they can run right up here and hit your target, or shake you out at the break-even trade, and you'll find like $100 trade turns into like a $10 trade because you let it run reverse all the way back. So, but it's hard. It's not easy to trade when it is volatile like that. It's kind of have to, but you can take several trades. I mean, you can take a few different trades. You don't have to make a monster trade out of it. And here we go. That taking out the lows right down the ES. So yes, look for that weakness. So staying on the short side right now, the way it looks. Alrighty, guys. It's Friday the 13th, week close, and starting from the short side going into the overnight. Let's watch the news this weekend, and let's see how it opens on Sunday. It's going to be interesting. Alrighty, guys, you have a great evening, a great weekend, and I'll see you back on Monday. All right, guys, later.